Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I am glad to be back. It's been a minute. I am just doing a system check here. I want to make sure that I want to make this public so you can share. So I can share. So just give me a minute here to share on a couple of platforms. I want to give you some updates. Ooh, we've been busy, haven't we? So much has happened since the last time I was on, and I'll give you all those wonderful updates in just a minute. So I'll give everyone time to kind of log in. And once you're on, if you're on live with me, just go ahead and say hello so I know you're here. Uh, Looking for a couple of other groups that I want to share with right now. Maybe we can get some other people watching. I'm going to ask a question, though, while I'm sharing to the groups. I want to know how many of you are parents, and if you're thinking about sending your kids back to school or not, with all the guidelines that have come out. Illinois has just, at least our school district has just released the guidelines for going back to school, and there is so much discussion going on about everything right now. Okay, I think we're live. So having said that, I do have an opinion about what's going on with the schools and being a parent myself. In a nutshell, I know this is something we can discuss, and I discuss it offline with a lot of people, a lot of parents. I'm just not comfortable with the answers. We don't have a lot of answers, and I know we have to do the best that we can. But in a nutshell, I know there's pros and cons to going back or not, and sometimes we can kind of speak negatively towards someone that makes a decision against what you've decided. But at the end of the day, the decision is yours. Everyone will have their own decision, and they'll make that decision based on what's best for them and their family. So whatever that is, it's what it is. Okay, you send your kids back to school, wonderful. God bless you. If you keep them home, wonderful. God bless you. I think for now, my decision is going to be to keep my kid at home. We're going to do the distance learning and see how that works out, and we'll just take it from there. We'll take it from there. I got to see where this coronavirus is going, if it's going to calm down or if it's going to ramp up. And then you got the flu season that comes and all that on top of everything. Let's just take a break. So again, thank you for joining me. It's been a minute. I wanted to get on here and give you a few updates. I have been in the books, oh my goodness, with my Google recertification. If you ever decide to get a Google for Education certification, there are 3 levels that you have to pass. Level 1 educator, level 2 educator, and then the 3 trainer exam. So those are exams. You get level 1 is a 3-hour exam. Level 2 is the advanced. It's a 3-hour exam. And the trainer exam is a 1-hour exam. But then you take all of that and then you apply to become a trainer. And they have to look at all your credentials and your exams, and they decide if they want you to be a trainer or not, based on your experience as well. You just can't go and take the exam, but they want you to show demonstrated experience with the apps. So it was a big to-do. It's a big to-do. Still in the process of a little bit of it, but I've got the hardest part over with. So I had to take a break, get all the noise out of social media, and now I'm back. So having said that, I just wanted to say a couple of things here, and then I'm going to get off because I think my guys are going to be knocking on the door, ready for me to start dinner in just a little bit. So my purpose for coming on here today was, first of all, to give you an update and to say that Tech Time with Angie Valentine on Saturdays at 10 a.m. We're back on. We're back on Saturdays. If you have not had a chance to get in and
join us on a class, I encourage you to do so. We've been having a lot of fun, and the class has grown from week to week. And I'm just using this platform to go over the basics of technology. We go really slow, and we get our smartphones, and we do a lot of cool, updated technical stuff. So this is to basically give people just a generic understanding of the latest tech, how to do cloud-based apps, and we do some hands-on exercises. I'm not on here lecturing, but we actually get our hands into apps. We all get on apps and we participate together, and it's a lot of fun. And the purpose of it is to lay the foundation so you will be prepared to go to the next level of your understanding with cloud apps, with Google, with Microsoft, even with Apple. There's some things that I haven't even brought to the table concerning the the Apple products as well on the tablets, because they have an education forum, professional forum too. So there's a lot to cover. But in these classes on Saturdays, we just get comfortable with technology. It's even good for parents because we're bringing these kids home. We may do some distance learning if coronavirus breaks out in the school or whatever, and we shut down again. I think the parents should really be comfortable with the baseline of understanding Google for Education, understanding the Chromebooks, understanding the apps they use in the classroom, as well as the other platforms that some of the schools are using too, and that's Microsoft and Apple. So as time goes on, we'll cover a little bit from each of those. But from what I understand, the largest platform is the Google for Education platform. So we get in here and play with these Google tools on Saturday. And then I talk about how you can use them for your professional life. If you're looking for a job, if you are a business owner, and what that means for your business, and Google and the apps there, G Suite, and then of course Google for Education. So we kind of cover a little bit of all of it, but we're laying the foundation right now. My purpose is to lay the foundation and then to go to the next level, because I want people that spend time with me, I want them to be able to get a certification out of it. So if you're going to spend the time, you need to get a digital badge. You need to get some kind of piece of paper to say, hey, I've been trained and I have this skill. So that's where we're going, but we need this foundation first. So that's a lot of fun. So join me on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central. It's open right now. It's free right now. You better get on while the getting is good, because I may be changing that platform here in just a little bit. If you'd like more information, all you have to do is go to my website and subscribe for my updates. If you are on my list, then you can you'll be on the list to get the updates that I send out from week to week. And then I post on Facebook as well when I'm going to have the class. You'll see my little infographic, or whatever you call it, my little graphic that we're having class, okay? All right, so join us this Saturday. We'll pick up where we left off, and I want to introduce to you, since I've taken some time and stepped back from everything and got reconnected with Google and updated on some things, there's so much coming down the pike. I know I say that all the time, but it's the truth. And they continue to roll out more information, more tools. And most of the time, these tools are free tools. They're free to the public because they know that we're in this pandemic and we're all at home. A lot of people are losing their jobs, right? There's a lot of transition coming down the pike and already taking place. You know, the kids with education, they know we're in a position where we need the help, we need the information, we need the tools, we need the training, etc. So there's a lot of information that I have access to. I just need to get it out there. Okay. So once I get it out there, then, you know, you can decide to do what you need to do with it, and hopefully it will help you in some shape, form, or fashion. So I'm going to just show my screen because I have a few talking notes, and I don't want to leave this live stream without telling you the things that I came on here to tell you. Okay. All right. So just very quickly, we talked about Tech Time with Angie Valentine. It's going to be back on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central. Go to advalentine.online, advalentine.online. You'll see the post when I post it later tonight. You'll see the post to where you can go and register. And It's not actually register. You subscribe to be on my mailing list, and then I send the updates to all of those that are on my mailing list. When you subscribe, you will also receive my video conferencing tips. If you have those already, fine. If you don't have those, then that will come with the download once you register. Okay. So I would like everybody to have those. Now, the Google projects that I've worked on, I talked about recertification, and also I saw an announcement just a couple of days ago where there are new certifications out there. So what's happening right now with this pandemic, and I've said it before, and I'll just keep saying it because I want people to really get this. When we come out of this, things are going to be different. We're going to work differently. We're going to learn differently. We're just going to live our life overall differently. They're already talking about a cashless society and all this stuff. I thought about that. Do we want to be handling money from people from everywhere? Are they going to keep giving out cash? I just had that thought. And then I saw something where people were beginning to talk about a cashless society. And that's a whole different topic. But I'm just telling you that because of this pandemic, things are really going to change on the other side of this. And until we get to that point, we need to be preparing ourselves for this new technical digital age. We need to get the skills that we can, while they're accessible and while they're free. And a lot of people just don't do it because they have no one to guide them. They don't know what they should be learning. Technology, the subject is so vast, they don't know where to start and where to go. So that's where I come in. And that's part of what I do, is just help people become more comfortable with it. And just little by little, we learn what we need to learn so that we can move ahead in our careers and our businesses and with our kids with education. Okay, so there are new certifications coming down the pike. I want you to know about those certifications. They're all over the board. They're technical, and then some of them are just job related, just professional certification to show that you have the latest skills that you need in this technical age. So they're kind of everywhere. So I can kind of sort those out for you and help you understand maybe what type of certification that you could go for. Also, new platforms and resources. For parents, since we are in this e-learning stage, I'm also seeing something that's transitioning in learning at home and distance learning. There's the whole homeschool category, right? There's also, I see, emerging another category of parents. You know, it's not so black and white. You either homeschool or you send your kids to school, right? There's a hybrid in the middle somewhere. And that's the hybrid that I want to address. We're staying at home, we're with our kids, we're doing e-learning, not necessarily the homeschool traditional way, but we're either helping our kids with the school assignments, or there's some type of development going on with our customized learning programs with our kids that the parents are putting together. So, and when the schools open up, and it's okay and it's safe, of course we're going to send our kids back to school probably. But there's that middle level that I really want to address. And I really want to make sure the parents understand what the requirements are by grade level. I've done a past webinar with Ossie Washington, who just walked us through the state guidelines by grade, by the Common Core guidelines, and we could just pick and choose and see exactly what our kids should be learning at those levels. If you go to my website, advalentine.online, the replay is there. Where we did that whole thing. And she and I are going to come on and do some things in the future too. But I just want the parents that are at home with their kids, whether you're in school, distance learning, however you're doing that, I want you to have the latest and greatest information to help you be equipped to understand what your kids should be learning. Okay. All right. So that's coming down the pike. E-learning, building platforms for parents, and tracks of learning. Okay, so going forward, my focus is going to be that e-learning with the parents. That's one big bucket, one of my buckets. Now, there are also other tracks of learning. That's what I call them, tracks of learning, for businesses in this pandemic, for professionals in this pandemic. You need a whole total digital profile. Everything you've done, your social proof, your branding, all of that needs to be online now. So there's a whole track to talk about that. And then, of course, the educational track. Um, Teachers are going through transition. So, there's tools on Google Sites to help teachers that are distance learning, to help those that just want to get their skills up to par. If you're an educator, there's so many things out there that kind of help you bring your knowledge up to speed. And I'll be laying those out as well. And so that's what that last bullet is about, laying the groundwork. So let me switch to this last slide. Now, having said that, I'm really here to say, help. I need help. And I haven't even talked about some of the other little projects that I have up my sleeve. I have been networking. I have been talking to people behind the scenes. I'm telling you, there's some good things coming down the pike, but I realize I cannot do it alone. Okay. So I'm asking you at this point for help. If you know someone that will be willing to help a sister out, right? Be willing to help this lady out. Because when when I'm setting up webinars and classes and I'm sending out information, I need an assistant. I need someone that can kind of shadow me, help me with some of the postings, help me with some of the social media. Um, there's a plethora of things that I'm looking for. But let me just describe who this person is. I prefer that she's a female or woman. And I say woman because she can be older or she can be younger. I really don't have a preference. As long as you have the heart and you want to help me with this work, I'll consider you. Someone who needs help herself. So it's almost like a shadowing program or an apprenticeship, if you want to call it, and get fancy with it. When we're done, then I'll put it. You can use it as a line item on your resume to say that you helped a Google certified trainer run her program. That's a job, right? So that will qualify you to put on have skills to put on your resume. It can be a virtual assistant. If you know some great virtual assistants out there, then I'm willing to talk to a virtual assistant. But I really want to help build someone up that needs the skills. So as they shadow me, I'll be pouring into and teaching and mentoring this young lady or this woman. Okay. So virtual assistants, they pretty much have their credentials, but I do need help and I will consider a virtual assistant. Wants to improve her technical and professional skills. Yes. This is someone that also I'm hoping will be available. There may be someone that just lost their job and they want to upskill. They want to get the new tools and digital resources and be exposed to some things so they can go back into the job market with greater skills and upgraded skills. Um, so when I say must be available, it would help if when I'm on calls and I'm doing trainings and I'm going to be here or there, I have a whole calendar of stuff that I'm doing all the time that I keep updated. If you can plug in with me when I'm doing a training, you can be monitoring the chat. Or if I'm on a call with Google, you can meet some people. It's a lot of exposure and a lot of opportunity to get some good skills and some good exposure. So if you're available for that, if you have a job, of course you can't be available during the day and during the times that I'm going to be doing some things with distance learning and whatever I'm doing, but you'll be able to shadow everything that I do, which is the next point. Must be willing to shadow me. So wherever I am, if you can kind of be most of the time, be there and I can call on you and help you get well versed in all the platforms that I'm versed in as well, that would be great. Must be a quick learner or at least willing to learn, right? I can work with you if you're willing to learn. You may not know everything or get it the first time, but if you're willing to learn and you want to learn, that's the kind of person I'm looking for. Okay. And at least a 3-month commitment, because I feel like if we have 3 months together, there's so much you can get out of that. And if you'll commit to 3 months with me, then I will commit to mentoring and coaching you. And we can do a one-on-one, like what's your goals? What's your strategy? What are you planning to do in your life, your business, your career, whatever, your education? Then we can kind of sit down and peg out some things that I can help you with in that. You'll have access to any And all of my training sessions, any training that I'm doing, whether it's free or paid, you will be able to sit in those training sessions with me. I will be doing a lot of certification training as well. That's one of the things I want you to get out of these 3 months with me is pick your certification, and I'm going to help you get that certification. Okay. So if you spend the time with me, then that's what I want you to get out of that. Okay. The experience, building your digital footprint, and getting yourself professionally online, whatever that means, and then you walking away with some type of skill that can be verified, some type of certification. What else? Do And free resources. Like I said, there's so much free stuff out there that companies are giving away that you can have access to. So what I know, you'll know. What I get free, then I'll help you get it free. Okay. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So if you know anyone that is interested, she can have kids, because if you have kids, you can help me, with this distance learning, and your kids can sit in on distance learning that Dorian and I, and whoever joins us, that we do together too. So I don't mind if you have kids, but that's the type of help that I'm looking for. So if you know of anyone, or if you may be interested, share this video with them. I'll come back and talk about this maybe a little bit more, but I really, really want to pour in the life of some young lady, or some older woman, middle age, I don't care, but someone that just really wants to learn, basically. Okay. If you are interested in this opportunity to shadow me, to work with me, then email me at hello. Email address is there, hello at advalentine.com. That is my email address, hello at advalentine.com. Email me and tell me that you are interested in the assistant that I'm looking for. You're interested in looking into being my assistant, okay? And then I will get back in contact with you. Please leave your contact information so that I can get back in contact with you. I'm actually going to interview people for this position because it's that important to me. And like I said, there's some other things coming down the pike that I can't mention right now because I'm waiting on some things to come to pass. But this can be big. This can be big because you'll get exposure to, because you'll be helping me. So you'll get some exposure to some pretty cool things. And I think it'll be worth your time. Okay, that's all I wanted to say for right now. How long have I been on here? 22 minutes? Oh my goodness. Okay, enough. To be continued. Sign up for Tech Time with Angie Valentine on Saturdays if you are not doing anything, Saturdays at 10, and then let me know. Recommend someone, pass this word around. That I'm looking for help. I'm looking to mentor. I'm looking to pour into the life of someone that's really hungry to learn technology and some other things I've got going on. Okay. Thank you for your time. I hope you got something out of this. Hi, Vanessa. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping on here for a few minutes. Yeah, I'm back. I'm going to get my life together. She's my coach. She's one of my coaches. She's helping me get my life together online. Okay. So thank you for Vanessa for joining in. So that's all I have for now, people. I don't want to keep you too long, and I will be back with further updates. Okay. Help me find someone that I can mentor. Help me find someone that I can pull into this program. Okay. I'm really, really wanting to do that and to pay that forward. Okay. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.